What up, Buttercups? I'm Mike, this is Annie, and it is a beautiful June day during lockdown, and we are drinking some whiskey. We also need to shave, and by we, I mean me. Like, I'm getting the wings, I get the big bushy beard. Annie digs it though, don't you, Annie?
Yeah, to a point.
So anyways, we have yet on the YouTube channel to do a Scotch review. So we thought, what the hell? We picked up a Scotch today. It's on a bit of a budget, so we got the little baby one. We're doing Glenlivet this evening, or this afternoon, whatever it is. Glenlivet is a Speyside Scotch whiskey. It's a single malt. As we know, there are categories of Scotch are single malt, single grain, blended malt, blended grain, and then blended Scotch whiskey. This one is a single malt, which means it's from one distillery and almost all barley. I have not had this particular one. It's the Glenlivet Founders Reserve, so whatever that means. It is also aged in American oak barrels, which I think a lot of Scotches are these days. So we thought, as always, we're going to give this a try, straight up, then on the rocks. Then with, not Coca-Cola today, we think Scotch and soda seems to be a better thing than that. So, yep, let's give this a try first. Check out this color. Ooh, can we see? There we go. Glug, 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 glug. All right. Speysides don't tend to be particularly peaty, so I'm not expecting a big peaty taste from this particular Scotch. Okay, so on the nose, there's definitely the first wave of citrus. There is like a vanilla and caramel smell to that as well.
I smell citrus mostly.
Yeah, it's mostly citrus, but there definitely is like a little bit of caramel and vanilla, or caramel, however you want to pronounce it. That's a nice nose, actually. It's not overpowering.
Light, yeah.
Yeah, very light fruit. The color is very light. I believe this is aged 12 years, which means the youngest barrel is 12 years old that they use from this. You can't. So if you have let's say a blend of the different barrels, if you have a 12-year-old barrel and a 25-year-old barrel, you can't call it a 25-year-old Scotch. It has to be a 12-year. The youngest barrel, that's what it goes on there. It doesn't have the age on here, but we looked it up at the LCBO and said so. But okay, assholes and elbows. Let's give it a try. Oh, that's nice. I don't like Scotch very much, but that is pretty good. Got a really nice, like it's a very quick finish, like just like that. Citrus, yes.
Getting pear in there.
Yes, you know, I was just hunting for that too. There is a pear.
There's a pear.
Citrus, pear.
And a touch of vanilla.
Like caramel, yeah, the caramel vanilla. It's very similar to the nose and the taste are very similar, which is sometimes different for a lot of whiskeys, but not bad. I'm not getting really any peat, which is strange for Scotch.
Yeah. Almost tastes more like a whiskey than Scotch.
Yeah, if you want a really bold Scotch, I don't think this is the one for you. Like, this is not aggressive. No. This is very soft. Again, soft isn't bad. It's just, you know, that's your taste. For me, because I don't like a really heavy, aggressive Scotch, I would say that's good for me. So, but let's give it a try on the rocks. Oh, be right with you.
You know, it doesn't burn. It doesn't have that burning feeling.
Not so much.
It's more of a warm feeling.
Yes.
It goes down really nice.
Not the only thing in this apartment that does that.
I knew you were going to say that.
This is a PG channel, Annie. The rocks covers up the flavor a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Actually,
release.
No,
yeah.
I'm smelling more caramel now with the ice in it.
Yeah, it hides the citrus, doesn't it, on the nose anyways. But it opens it up though with the for the taste. Yeah, much more. It dilutes the citrus taste and does bring out the caramel and vanilla more. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think I like this better straight up, to be honest. I usually like my whiskey on the rocks, but with this particular one, one more try. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't. It dulls down the flavors a bit too much for me when it's on the rocks. Straight up was very nice. But as always, let's try it with, well, not Coca-Cola, but some soda. Because I like Scotch and soda. We didn't have any lemonade, unfortunately. We usually... She likes Scotch and lemonade. That's her jam. Huh? Well, okay. Let's do it. This Scotch is not strong enough to. It's not aggressive enough to give a good flavor profile with a mix. I'll be honest. It doesn't. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to try it with lemonade, but I got to be honest. It's probably the same thing. I think there's not. Yeah, this particular Scotch. I think if you're going to drink it, straight up seems to be the best way. Especially if you sort of want to, if you're not a big Scotch drinker like moi, and want to get into Scotches, but don't want anything crazy aggressive like a Glenmorangie or a Lafroig, like a really heavy Islay Scotch. I'd say this is the one for you, the Glenlivet. It's very, very soft. I wouldn't. Yeah, it's not. Like I was saying too.
It's light.
Yeah,
it's
mixing with something. It's It's almost like vodka in that it doesn't really like. And you mix vodka with anything, it just covers. Not that vodka has a lot of flavor to begin with, but it masks it too much. No, not with So well, Annie, all in all, would you recommend Glenlivet Founders Reserve?
I would if you're starting out.
Yes.
With a starter Scotch.
Same. I think I'm going to agree with that. This is a good starter Scotch. Very light, very soft. It is not going to put you off to that really heavy peat taste that a lot of other Scotches give you. So I'd say this is a good gateway Scotch. I would say. Yeah. It's a middle of the road for me. I don't know that I could become a regular drinker, but I quite liked it straight up.
Yeah.
Like as I was saying. So I know we've repeated ourselves several times, or I've repeated myself several times here, but yeah. So there we go. Glenlivet Founders Reserve. Nominal score. Not too bad. We did get a bottle as well of Gentleman Jack's. We're going to do a proper review of that probably later in the weekend. So stay tuned. If not, enjoy the rest of the evening, everybody. We'll see you soon.